From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
A dust storm near Hardin led to a huge pileup and the death of 6 people on Friday. What it was like to be in the middle of that storm, just ahead.
I'm Joe St. George in Washington. We all know inflation is bad right now, but how do we compare with other countries? We break down the data for you next.
Well, it is 6:30 on this Monday. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell with you here. The sun's starting to come up on the Community Hospital of Anaconda.
Just starting for the last hour.
It has been just slowly working its way up. It's dawning on a day that's going to be challenging for some of us.
And I want to emphasize the fact that our fire danger, officially, we don't have red flag warnings out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, right, at this point.
Treat it as though they are.
Yes, because we're looking at wind gusts today that will be in excess of 30 to 50 miles an hour pretty consistently. There are some isolated rain chances you get into the afternoon. It is extremely warm this morning, mainly seeing 50s and 60s across the area to start the day. Gusty winds, again, we could see that westerly wind anywhere between 30 and 60 miles an hour as you go into the afternoon today. We're going to talk about the effects that'll have as we go through the rest of the week and to look at our rain chances. That's coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:31, our top story this half hour. A 21-vehicle pileup on Interstate 90 near Hardin on Friday claimed 6 lives, 2 of them children. 8 others were transported to nearby hospitals. MTN's David Jay spoke with a driver who experienced the dust storm that led to that crash.
Several have talked about what it was like driving through the dust storm on Friday, and learning from their experiences might be helpful. We talked with a Billings woman who was traveling westbound on Interstate 90 and made it out safely.
The wind was really, really bad. Almost immediately ahead of me, I could see just like a wall of nothing. It just enveloped you really, really quickly as you were driving along. There was no way to avoid it. It's like a horror movie. You know, all of a sudden you're closed off from everything. It was very scary.
Susanna Bush was on her way home from visiting her granddaughter in Sheridan and had just gotten back on Interstate 90 after getting fuel in Hardin.
First thought was, I need to get off the road or I'm going to get hit or I'm going to hit someone. I could see taillights of cars right in front of me, but not very far.
Susanna was on the part of the interstate that did not have all the crashes and says everyone around her stayed in their vehicles. And that's something that Montana Highway Patrol troopers recommend.
Your vehicle is meant to keep you safe, keep you restrained, and keep you in the vehicle. So get your seatbelts on, hold tight, don't panic.
Sergeant Jay Nelson says to also turn on headlights and hazard lights, stay to the right side of the road, and drive about 15 to 25 miles per hour on the rumble strips.
You feel your vehicle start to vibrate. That tells you that you're on the side of the road. Many times I've been in extreme weather events where literally I'm driving down those rumble strips because I know exactly where I'm at.
On Friday in Hardin, the visibility came back about 45 minutes later, making it safe to get back on the road. And while they talk about their experiences and safety, they remember those who died or were injured.
Our hearts go out to these victims in this mass casualty event. This is a tragic event for our state.
My heart goes out to the families that were involved in the accident part. I can't imagine the fear and the loss that they're feeling right now. That's the biggest thing you take from it. It's heartbreaking.
In Billings, David Jay, MTN News.
Definitely heartbreaking. 6:34 now. In other news, there is little doubt that the cost of going to the gas station or the grocery store impacting your life and your wallet. But is it any relief in sight? Our Joe St. George is taking a look at the data as well as how our inflation compares to what people around the world are experiencing.
All right, I'm not breaking any news by telling you inflation is bad right now. The last big government report had the price of goods and services being 9.1% more now compared to last year at this time. That means if your boss hasn't given you a 9.1% raise recently, your paycheck isn't going as far. Of course, groceries and gas prices continue to be the major reason inflation is the highest since 1981. But how do we compare with other countries? Is it bad everywhere? Now, if you asked the White House recently, we've heard this a lot.
We have the lowest rate of almost every major nation.
That was President Biden just last week. But when you look at the latest numbers by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, there are plenty of other countries with better inflation rates than the U.S. In Canada and Mexico, the rate of inflation is 7.7% and 8%. Over in Europe, Germany's inflation is 7.6%, while France's is 5.2%. And in Asia, in South Korea, inflation is at 6%, while in China, inflation was reported at just 2.2% in April. But when we looked at the data, we did find countries with higher inflation than the U.S. For instance, in Argentina, inflation right now is at 64%. In Turkey, inflation is at 78%, a staggering high number. In short, inflation is happening all around the world. It is not a uniquely American problem. But there may be good news on the horizon. Gas prices have fallen in the last 30 days in the U.S. dramatically, and the country is now on pace for a national average of $3.99 a gallon for gasoline by August 14th. If that holds, inflation will naturally go down since gas prices are contributing so much to the high number. Also, Congress is negotiating a possible prescription drug reform package this week that could help with the price when you go to the pharmacy. We'll keep you updated on that piece of legislation since that'll impact your wallet too. In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
All right, 6:36. Motels with their eye-catching neon signs along American highways represents the golden age of the road trip in our country. Their heyday may have passed, but Vanessa Michania shows us how they could be giving new life as one solution to the homelessness epidemic.
2 days ago, I started out on that tent pad. Okay. And then I moved to this one yesterday. Being in here gives you that sense of, I can make it. It gives hope. It's like, yes, I'm going to make it through this tough time. It may take a while, but you know, I've got the structure, I've got security.
Structure and security. Two words that mean so much when you've been living without them for as long as Tracy Vaughn has.
Takes a big burden off of people trying to succeed because they can't imagine, you know, what it's like. They lost their sight.
Tracy is a resident at Camp Hope, a transitional living space in Las Cruces, New Mexico, a service that's in high demand here and across the nation.
We have anywhere from 40 to 50 people every night sleeping in our backyard in tents, and we work with them on a housing plan to make sure that we are transitioning them as quickly as possible into their own apartments.
America is short 201,814 shelter beds to house the number of people who need them. Nicole Martinez is the executive director of Mesilla Valley Community of Hope, which runs the camp. She says a lot of state and federal dollars go towards permanent housing, but the type of transitional housing that gets folks like Tracy off the streets while they search gets overlooked. However, Martinez says even though the pandemic forced many people out of large traditional shelters and onto the street, there seems to be some changes happening.
I think with the growing visibility of people sleeping outside, that communities are searching for solutions any way they can.
Her state is now looking at the past as a potential solution. $10 million is going to New Mexico communities to buy old motels and hotels and turn them into transitional housing.
So I think this is an exciting project and will fill a real need in our communities.
States across the country like Montana, Washington, and Colorado have already turned hotels and motels into temporary shelter, but Hank Hughes from the New Mexico Coalition to End Homelessness says this program could mark a shift in state governments recognizing the need for creative, lasting solutions.
For many years, the state government considered homelessness simply as an urban problem.
I would want to make sure that there is a path toward permanent housing. Good morning.
As promising as these creative ideas are, Nicole hopes the funding will continue to be funneled into transitional housing needs and that the focus on the root issue is not lost.
I think we all want fast solutions. We want the tents gone from our neighborhoods right now. But what we have to remember is these are people, and that without having enough affordable housing, we're going to continue to see people in our neighborhoods who are unhoused.
We're human. We may be homeless temporarily, but we're human.
For people like Tracy, more transitional housing, be it in former motels or in tent cities, means being one step closer to the dream of structure and security.
Now it's like, oh, yes, it's going to be all right. That's the biggest thing. It's going to be all right.
I'm Vanessa Michania.